Hello again YouTube, Enzo back bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Masterpiece Sideswipe. So this video is going to be the first of a Masterpiece series that I'm starting, so hopefully there'll be many more to come. So I thought it'd be a good chance to start off with Sideswipe, as I've had this figure for 2 years and I can't believe only now I'm getting around to reviewing him. So I think it's well overdue, so let's get stuck in. So as you can see, Sideswipe is exactly the same as his G1 self. He is a Lamborghini Countach. The wheels are accurate, the spoiler, everything, and it's a really smart Lamborghini. Actually, it just when I first saw this figure, I had to have him. He's just brilliant. It's great. It really reminds me of the old G1 Sideswipe I used to have. And I missed that figure. Don't know where it is, but it was really cool. It introduced me to all the cars and the Countach and things like that. So fantastic. And it's got a nice, good Autobot symbol there on the bonnet. Lovely. And the car just looks in really good shape. You know, it's nice and clean underneath. There's not a lot of kibble you can see there. Can't really tell anything. Nice moulded in detail. Have noticed over the past couple of years that since I've had him, obviously like stress marks have started to appear. Paint is sort of coming off here and there, but that's okay. It's still a really nice figure. He rolls great, no problem rolling. Despite you might think there's not enough clearance, but there's plenty of clearance, and a very good figure all round. He comes with 2 accessories. He comes with, if I can separate them, come on, there we go. He comes with his shoulder missile launcher. Not much to say about that really, just it's moulded, it's nice. Bit of a pivot there so you can angle it any which way you like. And he comes with, again, another accurate blaster. Again, very nice. You can mount these in vehicle mode. Obviously there's a little slot there in the middle. Just slot those in like so. I've actually stiffened my handle up with a bit of plastic. So we'll just put that in there like that. Well, I won't force it any more than that. And then there's a little slot on the top there. Standard with most Masterpiece figures these days. And then we'll just straighten that out. Put that in. And you can angle it a little bit. So if you want him driving around like that with everything in it, you can. Sorry, just the camera just a little bit for you there. So you can see what he looks like driving around. So yeah, he's not too bad. When I bought the figure, he also came with hand accessories. He also came with the pile driver set. Don't really use them. They're just basically big iron blocks that he was using from one of the series from the G1, one of the episodes where they were making the Dinobots or something. So it's a nice little add-on, but I don't really use them much. They're in the box somewhere. I've just forgotten all about them, but he does come with those as well. So let's put those off to the side for a second. So yeah, a very nice car. Lovely. Right, let's get down to transformation. Sorry I don't have anything to compare him with in vehicle mode. I don't have anything to hand, but we'll do plenty of comparisons when we get to robot mode. So the first thing you want to do for Sideswipe is you want to bend the front wheels in like that. There we go. Kind of like Back to the Future job where he's taken off. Right, let's just put some extra light on the subject so you can have a good look. There we go. So you just want to fold the wheels up like that. Then what you want to do, you want to come in under here, and this is going to rotate to get the arms out. So they just rotate out like that, because you want to get as much clearance as possible. And that's it. And now there's a series of tabs. There's 2 under here, and there's a few back here as well. Now I know this particular one here is very weak. It's got a lot of stress marks on it, so probably as I do this review, it's going to break. No way my luck, but we shall take a chance. So the first thing you want to do is just try and free everything up. So let's do what? Let's start with the back first of all. So let's just free up these tabs. So there's 1, and there's 2. Okay, let's do it like that then. And then what you want to do then is lift the nose, lift this section up. I just want to bend the nose a little bit because we need to free the entire assembly. So I'm just, see, there we are. you can see where they're tabbed in there, where my finger is, that little black pot there, that's where they're tabbed, and I can see that, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but I can see the stress spark now, so please don't break. Please, please, please. So if I be really gentle and lift it up, there we are, right, and then what we do then, we can just lift up the top of the vehicle like that, and that frees everything up. So let's do the lower half first. So what we're going to do, we're going to split the legs like so, lift up the rear spoilers, and then we are going to rotate this entire section down. It's a bit tricky to get started. First thing you want to do as well is fold these panels over like that. That would be a good start, wouldn't it? Right, how long have I had this figure? Oh yes, 2 years. And I'm still transforming them like it's the first time. So you want to rotate it forward and bring it down like that, and the whole assembly comes down. And then what you want to do then is come under here and pull out another panel, bring that down, and you can see there's a little slot right there, what that section is going to tab into. So we want to bring the leg down as best we can, and then we're going to tab that in securely. Oops, missed it. And there we are, we tab that in like that, because otherwise then you'd have a bit of a gap there. So you still got a bit of a gap, but it's not noticeable. So there we go. Then we rotate this piece up, which was the bumper, rotate that up, bring up the foot that was inside the vehicle, which give the illusion of seats, fold the heel out, and fold the spoiler back in, and there we have a foot. So same again for this side, just bring that down, rotate the whole thing around like so, bring that down like that, reach inside here, pull out that panel. Sometimes I wish I had longer fingernails. There we are, bring down the panel, bring the leg down flush, tab that in, whoops, that's now tabbed in, bring up the rear bumper section like so, bring that up, bring that over, there we are, bring up the foot, bring out the heel, and fold the spoiler in. There we go, so that's the bottom half of SideSwipe done, and then you just want to bring the crotch plate, or waist plate I should say, bring that down like that. Now, make sure you've got plenty of clearance, let that go to the way. Now what you want to do is fold that back on a hinge and bring this hinge up like so, and then there's a little slot underneath the front bumper. We need to fold this assembly over, that needs to peg in to the waist. So there we go. So I'm just going to fold that down on a double hinge, bring it down like that, and then snap that into place. I hope you can see that there, because it's a little bit tricky to get into. Push that in nice and securely, and that is the waist done. And you can see SideSwipe's head, looks like it's just been scalped. Flip that over, and that is that. Next thing you want to do, you want to bring the arms up like that, untab them, straighten them out, untab, straighten them out, bring the whole section around, same with this one, rotate the forearms more forward, and then just straighten up what was left over, and then come underneath, fold out the panels, lift up one fist, there we go, same again this side, panel opens up, pull out another fist, close the panel up, and then you can do what you want with the back. You can either leave it like that, flush against its back. What I tend to do is I can unfold these, and I like to fold these in just to hide any bit of a mess. So I fold those in like that, and then they should theoretically, how did I do this before now? And they should slot in under there like that. Another way to do it, no sorry, I've done it wrong. Another way to do it is fold them completely flat like that. That's the way. Bring them completely flat like that, and then it all falls to pieces. So again, get the hinge down like that, bring that in, make sure I've got it in the right place, snap the chest in, which I have done, and then bring that completely flat down against his back. And there we go. That is Masterpiece SideSwipe in his robot mode. and well, it looks exactly the same as his G1. Brilliant. I'm really happy that I've started to collect the Masterpiece line, because he just looks, well, amazing. He looks really good. He's spot on in vehicle mode, he's spot on in robot mode. How can you go wrong? And then all we do then is just take the weapons. There's 2 little ports on either shoulder, so you can tab it into any one you like. There we go. And we'll put the shoulder there, and then we'll give him the gun. Same thing as all the other Masterpiece figures. There's a little tab, a little divot inside there. Again, I had to strengthen mine with glue because he doesn't quite hold it, but when he does hold it, it looks good. And there we are, SideSwipe with his weapons. And doesn't that look impressive? That looks very cool. Very nice figure. Very nice. Right, let's get on with some articulation. I'll just take his weapons away from him because they're just going to fall off and make a mess. First thing we'll do, we'll have a good look at the head sculpt. So there we are. That is SideSwipe, and again, the head sculpt is absolutely accurate to the T. Kind of reminds me of Robotech. I don't know why. Just get that vibe from him. But again, he looks absolutely chuffing. A bit of a problem, obviously, that does happen from time to time, but never mind. It just slots in there. I actually took a bit of an X-Acto knife and I just shaved a couple of bits off the top and a little bit off the bottom just to get it to sit right. But there we are. And he has the standard Masterpiece head articulation. He's on a tilt, so you can look up, you can look down, all over the place. Swivel from side to side, which is great. Shoulders, full range of motion with the shoulders, full 360, excellent range in and out. Upper bicep swivel, which is a little bit stiff. Can bend at the elbow. Can also do that if you wanted to go backwards. Not really much use to there. Wrists have a swivel, can rotate. Hands open in and out. Standard articulation for Masterpiece figures these days. Waist articulation, side to side. Obviously the rear of the vehicle doesn't bother him, so you can go back and forth like that. Hips are on, I would just say, universal ball joints or universal joints. So there we go. So you can move forward and back. Happy days. No problems at all there. Upper thigh rotation there. They can bend at the knee. Just have to move the, well, the skirt down. It just moves out to the way anyway. So that's okay. And you've got a little bit of articulation there. So a little bit of foot articulation. They can rotate, so forward to side. So you can get a little bit of an ankle tilt. Obviously forward and back motion, so you can get him in some really nice poses, and you've got the added security that he will stay in those poses, because the only joint I've got loose is this knee, and now as you can see there's a bit of residue in there. I have gone in with a bit of floor polish to try and stiffen up, because all you've got holding it in is a pin, and I've also been on the back here as well, and I've also tightened that screw. That screw is tight. As a matter of fact, I've done both of them. Now I remember, I've done both. But this one, yeah, very loose, as well. This one, as you can see, that one is okay. This one, a bit loose, but never mind. I can forgive him for that. So yeah, a really cool figure. I have to say, SideSwipe was my first Masterpiece figure, and I wanted to get him just to see if I would like him, and I have to say I do. And since then, I have been a keen collector of Masterpiece figures. I don't have many at the moment, as you know. I was let down by my supplier on eBay. You might have seen that video that I was scammed, but fingers crossed there are more on the way pretty soon. So there we are. I'll just put SideSwipe there now. So we'll do a quick comparison. Here's an old friend I'd like to introduce you to. This is Masterpiece. This is first edition Optimus Prime, so you can definitely see his Voyager size figure. So they suit each other rather well, which is nice, because obviously these figures are Voyager size, or are meant to be Voyager size. Let's bring in another old friend. This is Mirage from the Classics line. At the moment, this is my son's favourite. So you can see Deluxe and Masterpiece and Voyager, so you can see how they look together. Again, very cool. And have we got time for one more? Yes, and he's a biggie. let's bring him in with let's bring him in with Bruticus, so you can see how they look together as well. Yeah, they both, he's pretty big, so that's not too bad. That's a pretty good scale, I would have thought. There we go. Thank you, Bruticus. Let's put you away. So yes, I highly recommend, if you can get your hands on a SideSwipe, I highly recommend that you pick one up, because he is absolutely bloody brilliant. Really, really good. And yeah, articulation is good. He's great in robot mode, great in vehicle mode. And if you do have any problems, all you've got to do is now just do what I do, just make sure all the screws are tight. If you have problems, just a little bit of floor polish, and just make sure you move it, or nail varnish remover, just to thicken up the joints. So yeah, very, very nice figure, very, very cool. And yeah, so there we are. So okay, YouTube, thank you very much indeed. Please, please comment, rate and subscribe, and please stay tuned to more masterpiece reviews. Thank you very much. Ta-da.